I should have known something was wrong the moment my mom called me selfish for getting engaged. Not congratulations, not I'm so happy for you, just selfish. Let me back up. My name is Emma, and for the past 18 months, I've been planning my dream wedding. I got engaged to Michael in June of last year, and we set the date for this coming April. The venue, Rosewood Estate, was the first thing we booked. It's this gorgeous, historic mansion with gardens overlooking the lake, the kind of place you see in magazines. The deposit alone was $50,000, non-refundable. But Michael and I had been saving for years, and it felt worth every penny. My mom didn't come to see the venue with me. She was too busy. That should have been my first clue. See, 2 years ago, my mom remarried. His name is Richard, and he came with a 23-year-old daughter named Ashley. Ashley is, how do I put this nicely? She's never worked a day in her life. Still lives at home, posts Instagram photos with captions like blessed and living my best life, while her dad pays for everything. My mom absolutely adores her. Me? I moved out at 18, put myself through college and work as a financial analyst. I've been financially independent since I was 21, but somehow, in my mother's eyes, that makes me less deserving of her attention. Anyway, I kept my engagement pretty private. I didn't post much on social media, didn't have a big announcement party. Michael is, well, he's private too. Comes from old money, but you'd never know it. Drives a 10-year-old Honda, wears jeans and t-shirts, works as a high school teacher because he loves it. I've always kept him away from my family, not because I'm ashamed, I just know how they are. My mom would pick him apart, Ashley would flirt with him for sport, and Richard would make passive-aggressive comments about real careers. So when I showed my mom the venue photos back when I booked it, I didn't mention Michael's last name, didn't mention his family, just said we found a place we loved and made it work. Fast forward to November, 3 weeks before Thanksgiving. Ashley gets engaged to a guy she's been dating for exactly 11 weeks. The group text explodes. OMG, guys, I'm engaged, with 17 photos of a ring that's trying way too hard to look expensive. My mom's response is immediate. My baby girl, I'm so proud of you. You deserve everything. I sent a polite congratulations and muted the conversation. 2 days later, Ashley posts a photo on Instagram. It's a screenshot of Rosewood Estate's website with the caption, "Obsessed with this venue for my spring wedding, manifesting." My stomach dropped. I called my mom immediately. Mom, that's my venue. I booked it 18 months ago. You've seen the photos. Oh, Emma, she sighed like I was being ridiculous. Ashley just loves it. Can't you just find somewhere else? What? No, I'm getting married in 5 months. Everything's booked. Ashley's wedding is in April too, and you know how important this is to her. It might be her only chance. Her only chance? Mom, she's 23, and she's been with this guy for 3 months. Emma, when you love someone, you just know. Don't be so cynical. I hung up. I thought that was the end of it. I was wrong. The following week, I got a call from Rosewood Estate. The manager sounded uncomfortable. Ms. Parker, I'm calling about your booking for April 19th. Yes, is everything okay? There's been a situation. Your mother called this morning. She said she's the one who paid the deposit, and she's canceling the reservation. My blood went cold. She what? Yes, she provided payment information matching our records and requested to transfer the reservation to a Miss Ashley Hartford. I wanted to call and confirm this with you directly before we processed anything. Absolutely not. Don't you dare cancel my wedding. Ms. Parker, I understand this is distressing, but legally, if she can prove payment, that was my money. I transferred it to her account because we were doing some banking stuff. She has no right. But even as I said it, I knew. My mom had me transfer the deposit to her account last year because she said it would get better rewards points on her credit card. She promised she'd book it under my name. She'd planned this. The manager was apologetic but firm. If there's a dispute about payment, you'll need to resolve it legally. I'm sorry. I hung up and immediately called my mom. Emma, I did what I had to do. Ashley deserves this venue more than you. She's younger, this is more special for her, and frankly, you can afford to find somewhere else. You stole my wedding venue? I'm your mother, show. I sat in my apartment shaking with rage and disbelief. That's when Michael walked in. He took one look at my face and knew something was catastrophically wrong. Emma? What happened? I told him everything. The stolen venue, my mother's betrayal, Ashley's entitlement, all of it. Michael's jaw tightened. He's usually the calmest person I know, but I watched his expression shift into something I'd never seen before. Your mother canceled our wedding venue? The one we paid for? Technically, she paid, but with my money. Emma. He sat down next to me. I think it's time you met my parents. I blinked. What? Now? Yes, now. Because there's something I need to tell you, and then you need to decide if you want to handle this my way or your way. 20 minutes later, we pulled up to a gated estate about 40 minutes outside the city, the kind of place with an actual guardhouse and a driveway that takes 3 minutes to drive down. Michael, whose house is this? He smiled, but it wasn't his usual gentle smile. This was something sharper. Mine. Well, my family's. The front door opened before we could knock. An elegant woman in her 60s greeted us warmly. Emma, we've been dying to meet you. Michael talks about you constantly. She pulled me into a hug, then whispered, and I heard about what happened. Don't worry, sweetheart. We're going to fix this. I looked at Michael confused. His father appeared behind his mother, tall, silver-haired, and radiating the kind of quiet authority that comes from decades of being in charge. Emma, he said warmly, shaking my hand, welcome to the family. Now, let's talk about this venue situation. We sat in a living room that probably cost more than my entire apartment building. Michael's mother poured tea while his father pulled out his phone. Michael tells me your mother canceled your booking at Rosewood Estate. Yes, sir. I'm so sorry he's dragging you into this. Emma, Michael interrupted gently, Rosewood Estate is my family's property. We've owned it for 30 years. I froze. What? His father nodded. We acquired it in 1995. Michael grew up playing in those gardens. When he told us you two got engaged and wanted to book it, we were thrilled. We gave you the family discount. That's why it was only $50,000 instead of $300,000. My mouth fell open. $300,000? Michael, why didn't you tell me? Because I wanted you to love it for what it is, not because my family owns it. And I wanted you to feel like we built this together, not that I just handed you something. His mother reached over and squeezed my hand. He was trying to be romantic, dear. Men are idiots that way. Michael's father was already on the phone. David, it's Robert. Yes, I need you to pull up a booking, RD, under April 19th, under Parker. Right, and there was an attempted cancellation today. I see. Cancel that transfer immediately. Restore the original booking. Because I'm the owner, David, and I'm telling you to cancel it. If there are any legal questions, refer them to our family attorney. The bride is sitting in my living room right now, and she is very much still getting married at my venue. He hung up and smiled at me. That's handled. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Just promise me you'll invite us to the wedding. Michael smirked. They were always invited, Emma. I just hadn't told you they were VIPs. And Ashley? I asked. What happens to her booking? Robert's eyes gleamed. Oh, her booking never existed. The moment David heard about the disputed payment, he flagged everything as pending. She thinks she has a venue, but she never had a confirmation, and she's not getting one. I should have felt relieved, but all I felt was anger. I want them to know, I said quietly. I want my mother to know she failed. I want Ashley to know she can't just take what's mine. My wedding day arrived on April 19th, exactly as planned. The morning was perfect. Blue skies, warm breeze, the Rosewood Estate gardens in full bloom. Michael's family had gone above and beyond, hiring additional staff, arranging for photographers, even bringing in a string quartet. My mother was not invited. Neither was Ashley, neither was Richard. I'd sent them a group text 2 weeks before. Since you believed Ashley deserved my venue more than I did, I assume you'll want to celebrate with her instead. Hope you find a nice venue. Don't contact me again. My mom tried calling 47 times. I blocked her. Ashley sent Instagram DMs ranging from apologetic to entitled, "You're being so immature about this," to desperate, "Please, can we just talk?" I blocked her too. On my wedding day, while I was getting ready, Michael showed me a screenshot Ashley had posted that morning. It was a photo of a community center gymnasium decorated with white streamers. The caption, "Sometimes the best venues are the ones with heart. Getting married today at this amazing hidden gem. Can't wait." The comments were brutal. "Girl, this looks like a middle school dance. Is that a basketball hoop in the background?" Manifesting clearly didn't work. LOL. My wedding, meanwhile, was a dream. Rosewood Estate with 300 guests, gardens lit with thousands of fairy lights, a 7-tier cake, a band that had played at a royal wedding in Europe. Michael's parents gave a toast that made me cry, welcoming me into their family, talking about how proud they were that their son found someone who loved him for who he was, not what he had. And then just as dinner was ending, my phone buzzed. It was a text from my mother. "Emma, please, I saw the photos on Instagram. I had no idea Michael was a Rosewood. If I had known..." I deleted it without finishing. But Michael leaned over. What did she say? "Doesn't matter." "Emma, I want to know." I showed him. He smiled, and it was not a kind smile. "Want to have some fun?" "What kind of fun?" He pulled out his phone, opened Instagram, and showed him the post he just uploaded, a gorgeous photo of us kissing in front of the estate at sunset with the caption, "Married the love of my life at my family's estate today. Some people tried to take this away from us. They failed. Grateful for family who has your back, and grateful for a wife who loves me even when I drive a beat-up Honda. Hashtag Rosewood Wedding, hashtag Family Legacy." Within an hour, Ashley's Instagram story appeared. All her photos from her community center wedding were deleted, replaced with, "Taking a break from social media. Need to focus on what really matters." My mom sent one final text. "You embarrassed this family." I sent back, "No, you did that. I just lived my life." Then I blocked her number permanently. 3 months later, I heard through a mutual friend that Ashley's marriage had already ended. Apparently, her husband figured out pretty quickly that she expected him to fund her lifestyle the way her dad did. My mom tried to reach out through relatives, claiming she just wanted to talk. I declined. Because here's what I learned. Sometimes family isn't about blood. It's about who shows up for you when it matters. Michael's parents, they showed up. My mother? She chose her stepdaughter over her own child because one was needier and louder. So now, when people ask if I have a relationship with my mother, I smile and say, "No, but I have an incredible mother-in-law." And every year on our anniversary, Michael and I go back to Rosewood Estate. We walk through the gardens, and I thank whatever forces in the universe led me to a man whose family built their own venue. Because sometimes the universe has a sense of humor. And you know what the hardest part was? It wasn't the betrayal itself. It wasn't even losing my venue temporarily. It was realizing that my own mother saw me as less deserving of happiness simply because I didn't need her anymore. Ashley was helpless, dependent, loud about her needs, and that made her more valuable in my mother's eyes. I was independent, self-sufficient, quiet about my struggles, and that made me disposable. It taught me something crucial. Some people don't love you for who you are. They love you for what you need from them. And the moment you stop needing them, they punish you for it. My mother didn't steal my venue because Ashley deserved it more. She stole it because I had the audacity to build a life she wasn't the center of. And honestly, that was the kindest thing she could have done for me, because it showed me exactly who she was before I wasted any more years hoping she'd change. So, if you're reading this and you have a parent who only shows up when you're struggling, who resents your success, who treats your independence as a personal insult, believe them. They're showing you who they are. And sometimes the best revenge